So let's talk about seasonal affective disorder, or as I like to call it, why do I want to cry at 4:30 in the afternoon when it is pitch black outside already? Every year around this time in the US, the days get shorter, the light disappears, and suddenly my brain is like, "Oh, we're hibernating now. Cool, 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 cool. I'll see you in April." It's like my internal clock sees the sun set early and just gives up. You know that low battery notification that pops up when your phone's at 20%? Yeah, that's just my whole personality between like November and March. Hawk, hi. You wanna not? Trying to film a video. Can you lay down? Lay down, lay down. So here's the thing. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, which honestly is the most accurate acronym science has ever given us, doesn't hit everyone the same way. This dog, he's like the only dopamine I get in the winter. Can you sit? Sit down. Sit down. You're ruining the shot. Look at your nose. It's all big in the camera. Sit. Sit down. You're such a doofus. Anyway, SAD doesn't hit everyone the same way. Neurotypicals might get a little moody, a little extra tired. ADHD brains and spoonies feel like they've been completely unplugged from a socket. It's not just, oh, I'm sad. It's my executive function fell into a pit and I'm watching it sink while I just stand there with a half-eaten Pop-Tart in my hand. Will you lay down? For ADHD brains, winter is basically sensory deprivation season. Nobody wants to hear you bark. Hush. Hush, honey. Come on. Out, out, out. Come on, out. Oh, I know. Everybody loves Hawk, and obviously I love him too, but he can be quite distracting, and I was actually trying to have a serious conversation today. I guess that was my fault. So, anyway, for ADHD brains, winter is like sensory deprivation season, right? There's less sunlight and there's less stimulation. There's less dopamine. And suddenly, the same tricks that we've been using all year to just get by, they don't work anymore. The to-do list that felt doable in the summer is like a freaking joke in the winter. You sit there and you stare at it and you know what you should do, but your brain just buffers like a YouTube video from 2008. And spoonies, my beautiful energy rationing friends, winter can throw your entire rhythm off. The cold hurts and the dark drains. And even the pressure changes in the air feels like someone is pushing a ice pick into your joints. And here's where it gets messy, because the rest of the world doesn't slow down just because you do. Everyone around you starts buzzing with holiday energy, like they were all plugged into a peppermint mocha generator. Meanwhile, you're just sitting there trying to figure out how to do laundry without crying. Those shoulds get louder. You should be merry. You should decorate. You should be grateful, but you're just trying to survive a solar apocalypse. And I need you to know that there is nothing wrong with that. You're not broken and you're not lazy. You're experiencing biology, not a moral failure. Your brain chemistry and your body are responding exactly how they are wired to. It's not a vibe issue. It's literally light and hormone and circadian rhythm chaos. So before we go trying to fix it, can we all take a collective breath and stop pretending that this is something that you can cure with the power of positive thinking? Now that we have established that, let's talk about what does help, or at least what doesn't make it worse. First, light. If you can, try to get a little bit of sunlight every single day. Go outside. Stand by a window if you can't make it out the door. And if you can't get sunlight, they make sun lamps that actually work pretty well now. I've had quite a few people in the comments of previous videos tell me that they can't function without their sun lamp. So if you have the means, maybe consider picking one up. Next, warmth. And not just like bundling up, but like emotional warmth too. Cozy things, soft textures, comforting smells, music that feels like a hug. And it could be whatever floats your goat. It could be holiday music, it could be punk pop, it could be heavy metal. It's usually heavy metal for me, and I don't allow anyone else to judge me for that. When Bruce Dickinson is screaming "Run to the Hills" to me, that is my hug. I don't have to explain it. Many of us with ADHD and chronic illness struggle with sensory regulation. So, intentionally layering soft blankets, warm socks, and cinnamon scented candles can actually help our nervous systems calm down and help us rebalance. And it's not woo woo, it's just nervous system care. Another tip, which is a tip I give you for almost everything, is to lower the bar. You do not have to have the same expectations of yourself in December that you have for yourself in June. Your energy just is not the same. Your motivation is not the same. And that's okay. Winter is just not the season for peak productivity. It is the season for gentle maintenance. You are not falling behind. You are just syncing up with the natural order of things. Even the trees take a damn nap at this time of year. And for the love of all that is sparkly, stop letting the internet guilt you into believing that you have to fix your winter mood with some kind of massive overhaul, routine, restock, influencer bullshit. You do not have to optimize the darkness. You just need to survive it. If your self-care plan requires a spreadsheet and a wellness budget, it's probably not self-care. Sometimes self-care is eating soup directly out of the pot so you don't have to do extra dishes. And here's a twist I want you to think about, because not everything in winter is actually bad. There are things about this season that are genuinely worth embracing, especially for neurodivergent and spoonie brains. For one thing, there's less pressure to perform, because when the world moves just a little bit slower, you can too. There could be something freeing about it being dark at 5 o'clock at night, because you realize, oh, well, the day is over. I guess it's time to make tea and not talk to anyone else today. You can cocoon yourself in cozy chaos, and nobody really questions it. Winter gives us permission to rest, to withdraw even just a little, to reflect without always having to produce. We're so used to chasing dopamine that sometimes it's nice to just be. Watch the snowfall. Listen to the heater hum. Sit in the stillness. It's not laziness, it's restoration. And one of my legitimate favorite things about winter is that it reminds us to look for the small light. Not a metaphorical light, I mean like tiny lights, twinkle lights, and candles, and glowing screens with comfort shows on. When everything around us feels gray and endless, those tiny little glows remind our brains that warmth still exists. I think maybe that's why so many of us go overboard on decorating. Or maybe that's just me. But it's our primal response to the dark. Oh, it's pitch black by 4:30? Fine. I'm going to light up my entire office like a disco ball, and I'm going to make my own serotonin. So if you are in a slump, mentally, physically, and or emotionally, you are not alone. Half of us are running on caffeine and hope right now, and the other half are asleep. And that's fantastic, because nobody has to sparkle every season. So if nobody else says this to you this winter, I'm proud of you for showing up, for resting, for surviving. Whether you're doing big things or just keeping your pets and or plants alive, it all counts. Yeah, seasonal affective disorder sucks, but we don't have to fight it like enemies. We can work with it. We can lean into the cozy, the slow, the weird little rituals that make us feel safe. And when spring eventually drags her ass back around, we'll be ready. Not because we conquered winter, but because we survived it. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you found this video helpful, or at the very least mildly entertaining. I also hope that I'm able to edit out all of the shots of my dog's ass. I do apologize for that. He really likes to be on camera, and he makes editing difficult, but I think you like to see him too. So you're welcome for your little dopamine hit of the day. Please don't forget to smash all those YouTube buttons for me, and leave me a comment below and let me know your favorite way to fight the seasonal slump. For me, it was putting up these silly Christmas lights. They still bring me so much joy, and I don't know that I'll ever take them down. I think they just live there now, because we all just need a little sparkle, and it doesn't matter what season it is. But tell me your favorite way to fight, the cold, dark season for yourself. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.